How's it going?
What's up?
How you doing?
Back.
I like the fit.
You go what?
I said I like the fit.
Oh, yeah.
Is that padding new?
Yeah, I had to
Fallen on it yet?
get a few sizes, a couple sizes hot.
Are those speakers?
What?
Are those chest speakers?
No.
Oh, okay. It looks like
That'd be really weird.
Yeah, that would be weird. But
No, just pad.
do you go straight from this to like lacrosse practice?
Lacrosse.
I feel like you're like in the right padding for lacrosse.
So how goes the discussion?
We've had some interesting ones today.
Yeah?
Yeah. Have we talked about this topic before? I can't
I
remember.
think I talked it with him.
Okay.
I don't know how far he got with you.
You don't know how far you
Well,
got?
where was your indicator?
My indicator?
Or did you say life began?
Well, life began, millions and billions of years ago. So
Okay. When does human life begin?
hundreds of thousands of years ago.
When did your life begin?
When did my life begin?
Yeah. When do you feel like someone should have seen you as valuable?
Birth.
So before that,
What?
you're okay with.
But before that, you're on life support, right? And someone can choose to take you off life support
After
if
that,
they don't
you're on life
consent.
support too.
What's that?
After that,
Nope. No, you're not. Nope.
Why not?
No.
I mean,
Why would you
You
be?
can't do things for yourself.
What?
Were you feeding
Yeah,
yourself?
someone's caring for you, but you're not on life support anymore. You're not attached to the mother.
How come? What's the distinction?
Being attached to the mother, being inside and being attached, life support. That's called life support.
When
When that's disconnected and you're removed, you're no longer on life support, right? You can't take someone off life support in the hospital and say, oh, they're still on life support because someone has to feed them. No.
So let's say that your mom gave birth to you at 40 weeks. That's like
Yeah, birth, whatever.
So once
as long
you
as you're
came out,
detached,
you're
as long as you're not attached to her anymore, you're not relying on her for life support, then that's it. You have rights.
Wow, I didn't know that.
So that life support, that's just your way of getting nutrients.
It doesn't matter what it is. It's life support, and it's required.
I mean, that's the same as somebody giving you food.
No, it's not, because you're attached and inside the mother. So no one else can give you food. You're in life support in the mother.
But why is the difference is attachment? Is being attached.
Detached and inside the mother. Yes, that's correct.
So why does that?
So both of those, or just attached?
It's both.
Okay, so attached and inside the mother.
There you go. Yeah, that's called
Okay.
life support.
So if they're still connected by the umbilical cord, if they're outside of the mother,
So they're in the
that's not
process of
life
being. So
support.
they're in the process of being born, right? So if they left, then that's it. They're born. Boom, born.
Okay, so why does life support define a life has not begun?
Okay, I don't know. I don't say anything about any life. I don't use the word life. You guys
Well,
do.
we talked about when does life
I mean
begin.
potential. Let's call it potential baby.
Okay, but we said when does life begin? You said before
No.
that.
I
what's
don't.
life?
You know what? I didn't really like the question because I told him life's been going on for billions of years. So
Okay, but
it's
we're
an ongoing
talking-
process.
Yeah, but we're talking about one person's life. We're talking about a specific life. When does
Okay.
a specific life?
I don't think the question is relative because
I don't think it is either. I'm saying it's
yeah,
one person.
I don't think it makes any sense. We're talking about rights, not life. Like when do you have
No,
rights?
no, we're talking
You
about
have
life.
rights when you're born.
We're talking about when you have value.
Yeah, when you're born. That's when you get rights. They have to do it at birth because until then you're relying on the life support of the mother, and a lot of things can go wrong, right? So once you're off life
Things
support.
can go wrong after you.
And you're right. It doesn't matter. The point is that you're on life support. You're on life support, and anything can happen. And she can cut off consent at any time, and then you're no more. Okay. That's why we do it at birth. It's a rock solid thing. To try to do anywhere else just creates a slippery slope.
So just to round your argument off, what about people who are on life support when they're an adult?
What does that have to do with anything? They're already born, aren't they? Then we're not talking about that, are we? I don't need an analogy.
I'm saying, like, why,
Are you making an analogy?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
No, I'm wanting to hear your full argument for
Okay.
life support. Because life support...
Full argument. I gave it already. I gave the full argument.
Or no, but for life support. Because if someone is an adult...
Okay, and now we're not talking about this topic anymore. Now we're talking about someone who's an adult. So it had nothing to do with the conversation.
So what it really comes down for you is whether or not it's inside the mother.
There you go. Inside on life support. There you go.
You can't say on life support because adults are on life support.
Okay,
too.
now we're not talking about adults. We're talking about fetuses and zygotes. Right?
Yeah, babies. And what we're
And if you really want to talk about life, sperm's alive. So if, technically, you jack off, you're killing a bunch of people. Maybe you should go to prison.
No, but actually you're not, because it
Well,
hasn't fused with an egg.
What does that
created
matter?
genetic
Why
DNA.
does that matter?
Because once you have that genetic DNA,
Why does it matter? Why does that matter?
Well, let me say it. So once you have that DNA, that is unique to one individual.
So?
That is a unique life that
So
has been created.
it's unique when it's a sperm too.
No, it isn't, because it's
Sure.
it's the DNA of the father.
Right. It's each one is unique. It's
And
going to
that
be something
person
different.
that person is alive already. Once that egg fuses with sperm,
Yeah, but
a
it's
different
sperm is but the point is a sperm is alive. So when you talk about life, you have to go back to sperm as well, because that's alive as well.
Okay.
So,
Human
but then you try to say, well, it hasn't fused yet. You make this arbitrary thing like, oh, it's met with the egg.
So
You arbitrarily say, well, that's when it matters.
If
Well,
you
why doesn't it matter
How
before
is that
that?
arbitrary?
Because there's no reason to really decide that that's
Okay,
matters.
so
Is
if
this-
we
Because
Sperm
both
a
sperm and
separate
egg,
person?
because both sperm and egg matter, right?
Sure.
So
but is
since they
that-
both matter, you can just totally say, well,
Is a
screw them
sperm a
before they
human
get
life?
together. Screw them both. We don't care about them. Oh, now I'm suddenly going to care about them after they fuse.
Yeah.
Why?
Because something changes there.
Whatever. That doesn't make a lot of things change. Something changes with the food you eat that creates sperm,
So if
and
you-
that changes into sperm. That should matter then.
Okay. So if you provide sperm with nutrients, will it ever become a human?
What does that have to do with anything? It's alive.
Okay.
So
Is
that's
it
your,
human life?
You talk about human life.
Is
You can
it
say
a
that a
human
sperm is a human life. It's human DNA and it's alive. Technically, it meets all the standards you're trying to argue for here.
I would disagree with that. But
Well, it's true. Is it alive? Is it human DNA?
it's not human.
No. Oh, wait. Sperm isn't human. It's not human
a
DNA.
human.
What?
It is part of a human.
Okay, so it's human DNA.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, and it's alive.
Yes.
Oh, there you go. There you go. That's exactly what we were talking about here. When does life begin? We can say sperm. We can say sperm because that's
Okay.
it's human. It met both things, human
Okay.
and it's alive.
Okay. If you agree to that, I mean, I'm okay with that. Does that mean
Oh, you
that
are?
you're okay with human life also beginning at conception? Because that's
No, I'm
also
just introducing you to the fact that it becomes a slippery slope argument, and where you draw the line is really what you feel like, where you feel like drawing the line. Like all this is just where people feel like drawing a line.
So then, why don't you draw a line at
Birth.
sperm and eggs?
No, I do
why
birth.
Why don't you draw a line there? If that's a human life
I just
too.
think that is for something.
No, I was just using it for a point to show that human life
Be a living thing.
can be included in sperm.
Okay.
I didn't say anything about me wanting to draw a line there. I'm making an
I mean,
argument.
if you're saying that that's human life though, then why don't you draw the line there?
Because I was making a point. I already drew the line somewhere. So
You're not really answering my question. 'Cause,
Why-
like, if you're saying that you're proving a point, then
because I don't give a shit about this word life, about when it begins, because it's been going on for millions and billions of years.
okay.
So it's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. We are a continuation of that life. We are not new life. We're a continuation of that.
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of deeper issues in your life, Ted. To be honest,
Deeper issues.
I think that you have a lot of things that you're wrestling with that
What am I? Okay, so you're my psychologist now.
and
Okay.
I think that there are
Help
a lot
me.
of things that you don't want to come to terms with.
What do I not want to come to terms with? Please tell
A
me.
lot of truth
Truth?
about the value of life.
Truth of the
about
value of life. You you guys like to use the word truth because it's a very pretty word and it sounds nice. And a lot of people like to know the truth, so you use it. But then you can't use it and then say something arbitrary that has something that's like an opinion, right?
Damn, y'all, what is
And
so
you're
good about it?
So if something's true, do you know what truth means? Truth is the degree to which a statement corresponds with reality. Then you fuse it with an opinion.
Sounds good. starburst on the back of the sign to keep it up.
That's smart.
Yeah, I mean, I think that truth is what we're all seeking after.
If it was, you wouldn't. If it was, then you wouldn't believe in a God.
And I mean, that's where we disagree.
Well, what is truth, right? Truth is the degree to which a statement corresponds with reality, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And the reality is
Gods,
that there is a God.
Gods don't show to exist. You can't even define what one is. Therefore, we can't say a God is real. So if you do say a God is real, therefore it's not a true statement because it doesn't show to correspond with reality. Everything we say is true must show to be true, not just because we say so. If you say a God exists, you must be able to show it exists, not just say it and refer to a story. Do you believe in a God because you believe in something extraordinary because of a story you learned? We shouldn't believe in things just because of stories we heard about extraordinary things. I don't believe in leprechauns or Spider-Man because I read a Spider-Man comic book, right? So why do you believe in a God when it doesn't show to exist? You just read about it. Why?
I would say that it does show to exist.
How? Really? What is it, anyways? First of all, what is it?
I mean, we've talked about this.
Oh, okay.
And we've gone
Well,
down
tell me
a
how
lot
do you think it
of- a lot of
exists?
roads.
Tell me how you think it shows to exist.
I think that there are examples like creation. And we've talked
What
about
is
this.
creation? What do you mean?
How you think it's not exist?
What?
How you think it will not exist? Because you see
What?
gravity, but cannot prove gravity.
Gravity is a bending of space and time, and we can show the effects of
But
gravity.
it's not. It's not. Nobody has ever.
Okay, well, if you're going to question everything, then anything goes. Basically, if you're going to try to question everything and go into epistemology, then you can believe in anything. You can believe in leprechauns. As far as your logic is concerned, it's okay.
It's not true. It's
Yes,
not,
it is.
You cannot prove something. Okay, you see.
You
that
have to show something is real. We can demonstrate gravity. We can't demonstrate a God.
But you cannot demonstrate the original gravity. Huygens say
Then
gravity or
It's
something.
bending of space and time. That's what gravity
No,
is.
Huygens says it's due to graviton.
Okay, well,
Einstein says it's due to the bending of space and time.
right.
And Louis Strauss has another theory about gravity. I don't remember what that is. But depends on who you believe. Shows like,
You got to go by what shows to be true.
yeah.
Nothing shows that a God is true, so we shouldn't believe in one.
How does?
Why are we talking about
why do you
gravity?
say that?
Why are we talking about gravity instead of a God?
Because gravity.
No. We should be talking about a God, not gravity. We shouldn't be talking about something else to cover the topic we're on, right? If we're talking about God, we should talk about a God. Don't try to throw people off by talking about something that's nothing to do with conversation.
But well, you can say that you don't see gravity
Okay. Why are we talking about gravity now?
because I say that there's a lot of people who still believe. Well, I would like to hear your idea.
Well, he thinks he thinks there's a God because of creation, which makes no sense because what is creation? How do we know it's creation, right? And if everything is created, then nothing is natural. Then how will we know if everything's created, nothing's natural? How can we differentiate between nature and created? It just makes no sense. So he's not getting anywhere with that. So what are we going with?
I don't know. I'm actually just like to listen to your idea. Actually,
Okay. Well, you've got to ask me something. Like, what do you want to know?
are you a professor or are you a student or
Ex-student, previous student.
Oh, I got it.
which major?
I do IT work.
Oh, really? Computer science?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, me too.
It's the way to go, man. Until AI takes over.
It's pretty close. You chat
No,
GPT?
we still have ANI. We don't have AGI yet. It'll take 5-10 years, I think.
But let's talk about religion. I just actually like.
All right, yeah. I
Ever
don't.
since I've been here,
Uh-huh.
I've listened to. I'm a Christian, but actually, like,
I'm
I've
sorry.
listened to. No, it's okay. It's okay.
Well, I can help you with that.
There need to be intellectual sparring when it's come to religion. People
Uh-huh.
are so afraid to talk about this, and they say that it's sensitive, but it needs to be addressed.
Yeah, I think anything that people believe in that's not true needs to be talked about. Right?
Means, damn, dude, you don't gotta do it like that.
Well, I mean, if no one can define what a God is, and if you can't do that, then how can we show one exists, or how can we believe? Because you have to, in order to say something exists, we have to know what it is. Like I know what this unicycle is. You know, I can say it exists, right? And I know what it is. I can define it.
Why?
I mean, what it's made of, stuff like that. Because I don't just say something exists without knowing what it is. I have to know what it is, right? So when someone asks you what a God is, and you come up with all these pretty words like, oh, he's omniscient, oh, he created everything, you're talking about things that make no sense when defining a living being that we know of. And you also can't define something by what you think it's done. If you think it's created something, you don't know that it created anything. We don't even know what it is first. We have to talk about what it is first and define it. And before we believe in something, we have to know what it is we're talking about. There are people in Africa who believe that witch doctors are real. They believe that witch doctors do, real stuff. A lot of them. It's a big thing down there. They're just a bunch of con artists who do little magic tricks to get you to believe that they have power, right? And then that's how they keep their shit going, right? But they believe the witch doctors are real, but they don't find out, okay, how are you witch doctor? How are you doing the things you're doing? They don't ask the right questions. They just allow themselves to believe in something because of a story, right? But gods are the same thing. It's just lots of storybooks, a lot of Bibles, Qurans, and lots of different things out there for people to believe in all sorts of different gods, right? But nothing that tells you what it is and how it does the things it does, where it lives, how what it's made. We're made to believe that these kind of questions are not good to ask. We shouldn't be asking, what is it made of? Where does it live? We need to keep it mysterious, and that's what they try to tell you. But that's not true. Nothing should be mysterious. If something's said to be true, we should be able to ask all sorts of questions and get answers. And if we can't get answers about it, then we shouldn't believe in it.
I agree. That's how this conversation should go.
Well, unfortunately, there's a lot of people who don't understand that. This guy here is like, I don't need to know what God is made of, where he lives, and how he does the things he does. The Bible told me so. So I believe. He believes because of a story he heard. He might go around saying, oh, trees are so wonderful, they must have been created, or something something crazy like that,
I think it's less crazy than saying that they happen by chance.
No. Chance is just a sequence of cause and effect that we are unaware of, right? Nothing happens random or chance, right? It's just things we're unaware of.
Do an interview?
What's that?
An interview?
What?
In interview. You know what an interview is?
Do I know what an interview is?
Yeah.
What about it?
We have a class on religion and evolution theory. If you want to do an interview, we do it at class.
Oh, yeah?
Hmm?
Okay, I don't have to be a student. I can be an ex-student.
No, it's okay. I maybe ask, Professor Best?
No, I'm not familiar with any.
He's taught Best. So, I don't know, he just asks people, ask somebody to do an interview with a class if you're interested. You can join.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, I love the topic.
Yeah, you definitely do.
I'm good at it.
Something like that.
Are you afraid to question it? Are you afraid to question and ask real questions?
To question what I believe?
Yeah.
No.
No?
No.
But you don't know how to question it.
What do you mean by that?
Well, if you believe in a God, you don't think you should know what it is and where it lives and how it does the things it does? You don't think that's important? Are you convinced by other people that you shouldn't be asking those questions?
No.
So then why don't you ask those questions? Why aren't you curious about those things? And why do you allow yourself to believe in it without having those answers?
I don't think it matters.
You don't think it matters? But that tells us what it is. But you don't think it matters what it is?
Well, we know about the character of God.
Like, it's the story people tell, but we don't know what it is, where it lives, how it does the things it does. Right?
What do you mean by that?
Well, the same thing about it.
How do you know?
It's a highway, and you're a man. You built that highway,
Oh,
and there's
gosh.
an ant. No, just listen, man. You being rude right now.
Go ahead.
So does an ant know what you are? Does an ant have the capacity to know what the highway is? What I meant to do is, what if there's a higher life form of being that's more advanced than human?
Higher is relative to each person, so I don't know what that means.
Yeah, that's fair. I agree with
We
that.
can't use the word higher.
Who knows? Right?
What?
Who knows, right? I mean, I'm a
Well, if we don't know something, we don't know something. So I don't see the point of talking about highways and ants and stuff like that. Obviously, we know ants exist, and obviously we know we exist.
There are a higher life form that
What's that?
humans are not capable of understanding. What if? I'm saying this. What if?
What if
right?
what?
What if there's a higher life form?
Okay, again, I don't know what this higher means. It's different.
More evolved.
I'm sure there's a lot of things out there that are more involved. I'm sure there's probably aliens out there that have been around a hell of a lot longer than we have. Should we call them gods? I mean, you know, I love reality, and if something shows to be true, I'll believe it, right? But if
The last time we talked, you said that you wouldn't.
I never said that.
Yeah.
Never.
I-
You misheard, or you're confused.
No,
I
said if God showed himself to you, would you believe in him? And you said no.
No, I don't think. I never said that. I would never say that.
You
No.
did.
No. Nope. No. I said. I probably said something about if God knows that I'm an atheist because it's all powerful and all knowing, then it knows what it needs to do in order to make me believe in it, and it still hasn't done it to this day. So it must not give a shit.
And I think that he wants you to change your heart, to open your heart to the
Okay,
idea.
my heart's
to
a
want to know.
muscle, so let's not. No metaphors on that.
Okay. Your mind.
Okay, well, my mind says that there is no logic or reason to believe in a God. There's no evidence for it. And
how,
you
how
don't
did
use
we
the heart.
reach the conversation? I thought it was just about abortion at first.
talking about
That's where we
what?
started.
Abortion at first.
Yeah.
How do
Yeah.
we reach this conversation about existential and
We're talking about the value of humans, why they have value.
Why is okay? So what do you think about abortion?
What?
What do you think about abortion?
I think it's fine. I mean, the more the merrier. You know, we have a lot of people around here. It's no big deal. If you're aborted, you wouldn't be here. If I was aborted, I wouldn't be here. We're happy we're here, but if we weren't here, we wouldn't be here to complain about not being here. You know?
Do you think you should look out for the next guy?
What does that mean?
Do you have the responsibility to look out for the next guy?
Okay, I need you to define that a little better than that.
So,
Next guy, what does
I don't know what he's getting at here.
so like, let's say Zong was hurt. Would you feel any sort of responsibility to, I don't know, try and take him to the doctor, try and do something?
I may
to
or may
help?
not, sure.
There's a thing called bystander effect. Maybe some people are not overcome by that.
Yeah, that's fair. But like, what about a baby? If a baby was on the side of the road, a mom abandoned it.
What?
I mean, most people will have that. It's out in our nature to save a baby.
Yeah.
Most
I'm asking
animals-
if that's in his nature. Is that in your nature to save the baby?
Yeah,
You don't have to like
perhaps.
raise it or
It's already
anything.
born though, so it has rights. So yeah,
Okay.
different
So
topic.
there's something inside you. You don't want to use the metaphor of a heart, but there's something in your brain capacity.
There you
that
go.
is-
A little better. Thank you for not using weird metaphors.
You're welcome. Do you really never use heart?
See, I would do that in an everyday conversation, but when I'm trying to have
Okay.
some sort of intellectual
Okay.
discourse with
I got
someone,
you. Yeah.
I keep strict.
Yes, I got you. Okay. So in your brain capacity, you have some sort of something urging you.
Maybe you just go with like computer science instead of philosophy. No, that's a genuine
I
question.
don't think philosophy pays, my friend.
You'd be I don't know, be a professor like Sam Harris or something.
And that guy's hell a lot smarter than me. I don't think I can do it. Sorry, were you going to finish some weird point? I mean, some point there, sir?
Yeah.
I just think that well, for me, I don't agree with abortion, or I think that it damages the mama.
Yeah, it's not good. Apparently, you shouldn't have too many. Maybe it'd fuck you up a little bit. So, like 1 or 2, you might be able to get away with and still be fertile and fine. I don't know the specifics about it. So, of course, it's not healthy to do, but it's still there. And you know, she has to live her life and do what she wants. You know, to plan her life the way she wants to. You know, I just wish that men had the same choices. You know, I don't think we should be made to pay for something just because the woman decides to give birth to it. You know,
That is so fucking true.
yeah. I mean,
Only this fucking country had that type of shit.
oh no, there's other countries too. There's other countries too that make you fucking pay for shit that you never wanted. It sucked. It's like a form of enslavement. You know, she used your sperm without your consent to have a baby, and guess what? All doctor choice, all doctor visits and stuff are her business. She gives birth to her business, her responsibility. you can't have any choices. Oh, it's here. Oh, guess what? You get to pay for the next 18, 20 years. Fuck that shit. So I just wish that men's rights caught up with the science that we've done for women and their ability to have abortions.
I agree with that.
No. And nobody talks about it. Nobody talks about it. Well, few people talk about it online, but...
You seem like you're on Reddit a lot. I feel like you
fucking Reddit, dude. I used to do Reddit quite a bit, but it's turned into some sort of lefty fucking cesspool echo chamber.
Cesspool?
Cesspool. It's a word that means shitty place, pretty much.
Oh, really?
So yeah, you just
just like a gaggle.
yeah, you just so yeah. It's like now they make it harder. Now all these forums make it so you have to have like a certain amount of karma in order to even post in their forums. So when you make a new account, you can't post in there. You have to go post somewhere else that will let you post and wait for your karma to go up enough so you can post those other forums. And they recently just started doing it within the last few years.
That's
so
crazy.
it's like screw Reddit. Reddit's all about. And if you say anything, like if you question the trans people and you say shit like, it's a mental disorder and there's only two genders, they'll ban you from the whole site. They'll call it hate speech.
Are you familiar with Richard Dawkins?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, you talk like him. You talk like him. You talk like him.
Richard Dawkins, Sam Harris, Christopher Hitchens, yeah.
So,
Yeah, I met Richard Dawkins once in Los Angeles.
Really?
Yep. I checked him in. I was checking him in at a conference thing I was volunteering at, and he walks up, and I'm just like, I just want to play a joke. I'm like, because everyone has to say their name and who they are, and you get them their tag. And I'm like, he comes up, I'm like, your name, please, sir? He just looked at me and smiled. Hi.
This is purely out of curiosity, but what do you think of trans people?
I think gender dysphoria is less than 1% of the population, but because everyone who doesn't have a life, including probably autistic people who are just bored, are jumping on the bandwagon. They think, well, you can't test for it, so I can say I am if I want to.
Yeah.
And then it's like created this little religion, this little cult, this evil little cult. And and now they'll all argue, oh, it's much more than 1%, just because everyone's on board with it. But no, it's still less than 1% of the population.
Yeah.
But they've blown it up by thousands of percentage because they're all saying, oh yeah, today I feel like I'm in between. I'm a non-binary. I'm like, no, you're either male or female. You're not anything else. And because I'm an atheist, people want to test me and like, oh, what's a woman? Like they think because I'm an atheist that somehow I'm in that camp.
Yeah.
No, I'm not in that camp. Just because all you can know about an atheist is that they're without belief in God. That's it, nothing else. Just because a large majority of these lefties are not brainwashed and maybe smart enough to not believe in God doesn't mean that
Or
everyone.
not smart enough to believe in God. Why do you got to back it?
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, you slick.
Because they're not smart. Okay, maybe I said that wrong. Because they are smart enough to not believe in God. Maybe that's what I meant to say. So.
What's your name?
Ted.
Ted?
Yeah.
Nice to talking to you, Ted. Because we have Muslim here that talk about their religion. But
I hit that desk before.
We never have an atheist to talk about their view, and I'm actually happy with that.
Did no atheists come out here?
No.
Not
What the fuck?
everybody.
It's Florida. It's a red state. People are religious here. I think so.
Really?
Usually a lot will come up trying to be an atheist, but then they'll be like, actually, I'm an agnostic. There could be a God.
That's so stupid. They're still an atheist. Everyone's either an atheist or a theist, one or the other. Agnostic is like a modifier added to either. Agnostic is someone that says something, doesn't have to be God, something is unknown or unknowable. You can be a theist and be agnostic and think it's unknown and knowable, but you'll still believe.
So a theist agnostic would
Are
be
you
somebody
like
who
a
thinks that there could be a God.
Spinozist?
A theist agnostic would believe in God, but have the stance that they think it's unknown or unknowable, but they still believe. And an atheist can be like, well, I think it's unknown and knowable, therefore I'm without belief, which would be more logical, of course.
Okay.
Are you like a Spinozist?
What?
You know Spinoza?
Spinoza. Yeah, that would be Spinoza's God. Isn't that the God of nature or something like that? So it's nature, yes. Kind of like what a lot of the Japanese believed in, something like that.
The what Japanese?
A lot of Japanese don't really believe in a God. They just do the Spinoza shit.
Interesting. So agnostic just means that there's something unknown.
They think, and it doesn't have to be a God, but when people apply it to that, then yeah, it means they believe a God is unknown and knowable. A lot of people like to think it's a middle ground. They like to fence sit. I call them fence sitters, and they think that I'll just sit on this fence and I'm okay, because the word atheist has some negative connotation amongst the religious community, right? And they want to try to evade that, right? Yeah. That's why Neil deGrasse Tyson goes hard to try to keep the word atheist off his wiki page, because he doesn't want to be in that camp. He just wants to talk science, and now apparently he's all into the trans crap because he's a dumbass. He's like, I don't know if you saw his YouTube thing or not, but he's like, yeah, today I woke up, I might feel like a woman, I might want to wear a shirt or wear a dress, or you know. I'm like, what the?
That's crazy. You from New York?
Huh?
Where you from?
Connecticut.
I never expect that.
Yeah, I had to learn to talk slower for people down here. I used to talk pretty fast. But yeah, the whole trans thing, man, I'm so tired of it. I'm actually considering getting a speaker, the loudspeaker thing, and sitting over here like where that dumbass usually sits, and just talk about, there's only two genders.
Do him like that, man. He's a kind person.
Huh?
He's a kind person. He's kind of,
What?
Yeah. You mean Eric?
Oh, this old guy right here who preaches?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's kind.
He's totally delusional. He doesn't. These you guys are young. You have a chance to actually use your brain and realize that you're full of shit with this. That you have a chance, but he's like so old into his shit that he's like, oh no, I don't know how to think properly.
But can't protect my.
So yeah, I'm thinking about getting Feet to come out there and talking about
That would be interesting.
there's only two genders, and feminism and the woke thing are like religions or evil cults, and lefties should be able to discuss things instead of just argue and yell.
Holy fuck, you brave as fuck if you do that.
Why? What can possibly happen?
Or brave as fuck if you do that.
They can't fight you. They're not strong enough.
I got all this shit on. I got my, I'll have my speaker in front of me. What the fuck? I'm assuming they might form a circle and try to talk to me. What do you think?
Yeah, probably. Some people will just come up and yell at you.
Yeah, see, and then I'll be like, see, this is a lefty who can't have a conversation. And I'll have a microphone. I'm like, sir, let's have a conversation. Like, come on up here and let's talk.
I would want to see that.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that, putting that up in.
God, I fucking love this country, man.
Huh?
I fucking love this country. There's a lot of people with different views. It's unlike back home. People just sit down and listen to the government, what they tell you to think, tell you to what to have an idea upon.
Yeah.
Like if you have ability to think and to criticize things back home, you might get to be like detained or something.
Right, what?
Get detained?
Detained. If you like a critical thinker,
Yeah.
back home you can get detained. I'm from Vietnam.
Get away? Oh, Vietnam?
Yeah.
I know very little about that. I know what is it, Indonesia? Is it Indonesia? I think it's Indonesia they kill atheists or put them in prison or something like that. Is that true?
They're like predominantly Muslim.
Yeah, they really hate atheists over there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And they hate everybody who's not a Muslim.
And I went to that Muslim, fucking bugs, dude. I went to this Muslim over there, the Muslim table over there, and I debated with them
About
their stupid religion.
Okay.
And their stupid
about
God.
like Pakistan and Israel?
What's that?
They fly a Pakistan
You know
flag.
what? I'm not too versed on that whole shit.
Okay.
I don't know a whole lot about the Israel conflict.
Yeah.
I know there's like some Jews or something in Israel, and there's Gaza is some sort of like terrorist group, and
Yeah.
like I don't know much about
They
the
force
whole.
us to pick a side, and I don't want to pick a side.
I just like let them kill each other. Like, why do we care? I don't like they're like way over there, we're way over here. Who cares? We care because it's like a religious thing, right? It's like a religious fixation we have because of all the Christianity crap we have going on here. Otherwise, I don't think we should really care. Let them just kill each other. Like, so what? Why? Whatever. I don't understand. Again, I don't know a whole lot about it. Maybe I should. I tried to listen to a little bit on YouTube. It's like, I don't care. And I close the window.
Yeah. But yeah, the conflict in Israel, it goes back hundreds of years. And yeah, it is a lot more layered than they portray it to be.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I would need to sit down with someone who fully knows and understands it and have them break it down to me what's going on and all that stuff in order for me to actually form an opinion.
Yeah.
Because right now I just don't know enough about it. I never cared enough to know enough about it. And it's just...
Yeah. I'm guessing you don't like Ben Shapiro, but he has a video about it where he like explains the whole conflict.
Oh, he
in Israel.
does? Oh,
I think he
okay.
made it like the whole history of Israel like 2 years ago or something, and about all the conflicts.
I'll look into that.
Yeah.
Ben Shapiro, he's a good argumenter. He's good at arguments. I just wish he wasn't religious. Because he's got a sharp brain, and if only he, wasn't religious, he'd be even more effective. But yeah, I like to listen to stuff. Again, like the right wing, I like to listen to the right wing when it comes to like, the trans shit that's going on. Like that Matt Walsh guy online. I liked his discussions for the trans stuff and all other stuff. It made sense. I like to watch it.
Yeah.
But as soon as he switches over to that God crap, I'm like, come on, dude.
He's super religious. He's much more religious than Ben Shapiro.
And then I'm thinking, where online are all the centrists or all the moderates? Where are the people who don't believe in God, who are against the trans movement? Like, are any of these people popular?
I don't think it's popular.
There's not one person on there in that position.
You could gain a huge YouTube following.
Yeah, I don't know.
Have you ever considered to be a writer, a speaker, and anything like that?
I don't know how to write. Speaker, I could probably do it. I mean, I can write words, but I don't know how to
Yeah, I know.
I don't know how to write something that makes sense. Like you gotta have a beginning, the middle, and the end.
Yeah.
And you gotta chop it up by chapters, and you gotta I'd have to go online and do a deep dive course and how to write a book in order to write something. And
I
even
think
then,
that
I'm like,
it's
what would
kind
I
of
write?
waste if you don't share your opinion to the world. I think that you're a pretty interesting person.
You are pretty interesting.
Well, thank you, sir. I'm sorry for taking a steamy dump on your religion so much.
No,
I almost feel bad,
okay
but then
if
I
you-
don't really.
It's okay if you disagree. I think that we can still be
Well,
civil
see, this
about
is what the
it.
lefties need to do. They need to just have a discussion about stuff because if a lefty was over here trying to talk to you, they would just scream. Yeah, I've seen online all the time. You can't have a conversation with them.
I'm okay with you disagreeing with me. I'm okay with having a conversation
I'm
about
really
it.
mad at that.
Like that we can.
Are you married already, Johnny?
I am
Are
married.
you what?
I'm married.
You just
I'm sorry.
you just
Marriage is
a
like the
year
worst
older
thing you can do here, dude, in America.
You just a year older than me, right?
I'm 21.
2 years.
Jesus Christ, you can meet her in
Yeah.
church? Parents want us to get married young.
I actually want to be a young pastor, but married, I don't think.
Dude, marriage is such a risk for men here in this country. Such a risk.
And I'm from another country, so I don't want to risk being called I'm marrying a person for the green card, for the citizenship.
It's okay. If you're here and you meet someone, so be it. Just make sure she's a sugar mama.
That's what Ted's doing. He's waiting for the one.
Yeah. Well, I had a chance to marry some rich girl in California, but I would have regrets. I'm like, no thanks.
California's terrible.
Oh, I left there. I was there for 10 years. I was in Los Angeles. I was in Redondo Beach and then downtown Los Angeles for 5 years. I left in December 2020 because it was starting to get real bad.
Yeah. I was there over the summer of 2020.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
It was
During all the riots.
2020.
and
Yeah,
stuff.
I was there that was leaving, right? I left in September.
I was like a mile from
I was there when they broke into
riots.
some Starbucks, broke all the windows, and there was
Yeah,
nothing to
Starbucks.
loot in Starbucks, so I don't see what the hell they were doing.
Who are they? They're so cute.
Yeah,
Oh,
my
she's
brothers
dating a
live like
foreigner.
a mile
Oh my
away from
gosh,
where
and
all
then-
the riots were happening.
Yeah, it's just, and they would block the streets and shit. It's like, a bunch of dumbasses that never had anything productive to do. And they'll all be like, BLM, BLM. I'm like, no, all lives, man. What the hell's wrong with you? Get your shit. And I saw videos online of people saying BLM, and they go up to people eating their food at restaurants like, BLM, BLM. And if they wouldn't subscribe to it, they'd get in their face. It was cause them some trouble.
What are we talking about?
Black
BLM?
Lives Matter.
Oh,
Yeah.
BLM. Yeah. I would say that is
Crap.
that.
And then the BLM people spend all the money they had in some fucking mansion or house or something. It's like, it never
Oh
wants-
yeah, that bitch live in like a really
Yeah.
white neighborhood.
Yeah,
In a
it's just-
fucking mansion.
You know what? I'm telling you, unless there's a group that's made, this is the deal. Unless there's a group that's made where the rules of the group are such where we only believe in what shows to be true, what exists, and we must use reason and logic, which I don't see any group making, then it's not good to join a group in life. That includes religion or anything. Because when you join a group, you outsource your thinking to them. You're saying, I don't know how to think properly, please tell me how to think. Please tell me what's real and what's not, because I can't do it. You stop being productive in your brain as much. So I'm against joining groups. Religions shouldn't exist. Woke shouldn't exist. Feminism shouldn't exist, right? We just use our brain, use logic and reason, understand the world around us, and make accurate conclusions based on what's real. And the only way you can solve problems is by having the most realistic view, the most accurate view of reality you possibly can to make the best decisions and solve the best problems. But people all have to join the little groups because they don't know how to think properly. We got all these different groups everywhere. We're not really solving things.
How can we contact you for the class if we want to do a interview?
Yeah, I'll give you my shit.
Oh damn! Fuck yeah, you fancy.
Stan's ready.
Ted for Theodore or
Yes,
Ted
that's correct.
Theodore.
I love these Indian women. So good, dude. The Indian women are the most beautiful women on the planet.
I married my wife.
Then again, anything dark is good. What's that?
My wife's Indian.
No shit?
Yeah.
Oh, you lucky motherfucker. Oh, she's a light-skinned one, but she's still good. she's one of the white passing ones.
He's a little darker in person.
Oh, she is? Okay,
Definitely
that's
white
good.
filter.
Yeah.
Oh, Indian woman.
Yeah. No, we weren't talking about you. I'm talking about you. She's like,
Yeah.
she was like, she can lose her.
What do you specialize in computer science?
I didn't specialize in anything, dude. I just did IT. I did my associates, and I did some certifications, and that's it.
Do you work for UF?
No,
Oh, okay.
no. I work for a remote company.
Nice.
I just come on campus because there's stuff to do.
You miss it
Like
sometime?
that,
I
Oh shit, what time is it?
think it's almost 3.
Shit, what time is it? Fuck.
3:05. You wanna
Okay,
go
good.
somewhere?
Yeah, I've got something at 3:30.
Okay, see you, Ted. It was really nice talking to you.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Peace.
Oh yeah.
All right, well. You guys enjoyed that. I gotta go to my therapy here, so I'll grab some food, get my brain fixed, and that'll be it. Alright guys, peace. Also, I really need a remote IT job, so if any of you 12,000 people out there know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy, you can get me some fat service desk remote IT job, that'd be great. I could use the help. I'd like to do that, and then I can move out of town and get to a bigger town and get some more content for you guys. So that's the plan. Thanks, guys. Peace.